I befriended, hold on. Oh, that's right. When I befriended Terezi, there was a glitch, wasn't there? Where you just couldn't befriend her. Forgot about that. So, I'm gonna need to do that again. But there they are. Oh, interesting. Okay. Nice. Let's see what this turns out to be. Alright, what are the warnings on this one? That tracks. that tracks. Hey, is Vriska gonna make a appearance? I'm gonna continue to say Aradia. You can't stop me. That also track. These both track. These warnings track. But like, seriously, was this put here for me? Is her root named this for me specifically? Cause like I refuse to not pronounce her name Aradia. You can't stop me. Hi, it's Homestuck time. You are legally required to read Homestuck. Have you done that yet? Have you done that? Have you done your homework yet? Mood. Hold on. So I'm kind of in a conversation with Cherise right now. Fair, okay. But yeah, we're gonna meet two of my favorite characters, actually. Yaki, if you're still here. And I was just talking about, I'm looking at the warnings, and the warnings on both of these routes make so much sense. And also, I was laughing at this, apparently her, Radia's route. It's pronounced Aradia, and like, I feel like this is targeted at me specifically, because I refuse to not pronounce her name Aradia. Let's see. I know what Aradia's theme is. Like, I've been spoiled on one thing for this route, and I know what it is. Yeah, like I like Aradia. I don't know, but literally everybody, exactly, everybody pronounces it Aradia, and I think it's supposed to be pronounced Aradia. But ooh woo, Mercy! It's Homestuck time again. I'm just waiting for Cherise to get here because I'm not legally allowed to stream Homestuck yet. But I was looking at the themes, and I was looking at James Roach is the funniest musician in existence. Like all the songs that are new in this game were made by James Roach. And just like, let's look at these names first of all. Like, but yes, this is the name of this song. And if you follow this, it takes you to a you have to it turns into I can't think of the type of code, but it's more code that you have to translate, and then it tells you to check the metadata of the song. And if you check the metadata, it just says, haha, you really looked. But I've been spoiled on exactly one thing, and it's what this theme is, and the fact that it's called Yeah, It Is. Okay. Oh. Okay, so it's Vriska's. I'm assuming, yeah, Tavros's original theme. Oh shoot, you got it. Ah. So, their computer has to be restarted. So we're gonna start anyway. It's time to go. Tavros first. Two of my favorite characters. Glimmering Gold and Cold Iron, okay. Oh, we're here again. I'm gonna turn the music down because I'm still not sure. Let me know if at any point the music is too loud for my voice. You're enjoying a brisk, head-clearing walk in the Alternia moonlight when the plot comes screaming toward you. Literally, you don't even have time for introspection. Ah! Oh no! Hold on, wait, is this... Okay, wait. I don't know if this is deliberately a reference to what I'm thinking of. But have you guys seen that thing? I can't think of his name. Oh! Thank you for the bits, Yaki. Paul Rudd. That's Ant-Man, right? Whoever's Ant-Man, I think it's Paul Rudd. He, every time he goes on Conan's show, he's like, oh, I have a, oh, the tip jar. Oh. Every time he goes on Conan's show, he's like, I have a new clip of this new movie I'm in. And every time he manages to convince Conan that it's actually going to be this clip, but it turns out to be this clip from a movie called Mac and Me, which is a really bad ripoff of E.T., where this kid goes off a cliff in his wheelchair. And like, it doesn't sound funny at all, but like, you have to see it, okay? And every single time he goes on Conan's show, he shows this clip. And you can watch a video compilation of it, and every time it happens, he gets he's just more and more done with him. He's so done. But I feel like this is a reference to that. You turn your head to see a guy in a wheelchair whizzing down a nearby hill. He's got a phone in one hand, making it difficult for him to control his descent with the other. You quickly rush over in time to see him hit a rock and go flying through the air with an impressive arc. Ugh. You bring the fallen wheelchair over to him. He stares at you for a second and then pulls himself back into it with a grunt. His sprites are good. Whoa, Tavros! Did you have to drag me though? Thank you, weird and ugly alien stranger, says Tavros. Once he's settled into the chair, you look over the boy you just helped. He's lanky and scrawny except for his oversized horns, giving the impression of a boy going through a very awkward puberty. His wheelchair is simple and flimsy, and it looks like it's gone through a lot of wear and tear. Oh, introductorily speaking, I should say that my name is Tavros. Tavros! As is now usual for you, the name sounds familiar even though you're not sure any of your other friends mentioned him by name. You give him a proper greeting and then ask what happened, and he nods towards an old watchtower at the top of the hill. I was attempting to scale toward the tower to acquire a rare Fidespawn Go monster. Yeah. What is named Wolf Wolfapine. Okay. Is ranked Aether Mythic triple rare class. Yes! Hey, he dragged me. He started this conversation. I just helped him. He just fell off a hill and he started this conversation with, "Thanks for helping me, weird and ugly alien." It's ranked the Aether Mythic triple rare class, which is one of the rarest of all, and at least concerning monsters that can be found in lower blooded neighborhoods. Oh yeah, Pokemon Go and Alternia would be like that, huh? But it appears to be tragically out of my reach, no matter how much I believe in my ability to pursue it. Hi, Star Fox. Homestuck time. You don't know what a Fidespawn is, but maybe you could help? You've wrangled a few monsters in your time. WWVD. What would Vriska do? What? You know, you could help push him up the hill, maybe fight some giant horrifying beast, the usual. Wow, I normally am expected to do everything myself, always. These are good sprites. The only trolls who offer me help are those who live too far away to actually do anything of consequence. Which is fine, I get it, but it's pretty useless to me. Anyway, no. What? I don't want your help, on account of if I take it, I will be weakening myself and failing to grow as a troll. Speaking of Vriska, we all know I will just have to try again and again and get grievously hurt in the process probably. Don't worry, these are good sprites. Tavros begins to wheel back towards the hill. You know how this story goes. You'll have to spend your entire evening convincing this poor troll boy that it's okay to accept help from others. You launch into a gentle pitch about how help from a friend can... Oh, well, if you say so, then I accept your help. Oh, that was easy. You follow Tavros up the hill. When he reaches the steepest part and his wheels begin to lose traction, you step behind him to give the little push he needs. The two of you are successful in scaling the hill, and Tavros grins as he taps at his phone. Oh, it's a phone game? No real monsters involved? Holy shit, this is new to you. Yes, Wolfapine is now acquired. Thank you so greatly. Maybe the cartoons for Wrigglers were right all along, and friendship is truly the greatest source of power to exist. Frank, finally, someone who gets you. You ask if he wants a quick ride home, and he tilts his head in confusion. I already have a ride. Always. I'm sitting in it. Yeah. Not like that. You tell him it's hard to explain. Just trust you on this one. Okay, let's go. With that, you grip his chair and focus your energy and zap over to his hive. Whoa, are you magic? Yes. Awesome. Do you know any fairies? No. Shucks. Tavros glances around the room and you follow suit. Your eyes settle on an advertisement for the theatrical run of Pupa Pan. A pinch of special stardust is all it takes to fly. Brought to you by Her Imperious Condescension's 19th favorite theater company, reserved seating for high bloods, hecklers will be cold. The rest of the room is rather plain and sparsely decorated. The floor is scattered with messy gaming supplies. So, this is my hive. What do you think? Would you categorize this pad as sufficiently cool? You glance at a framed picture of a fey trickster in booty shorts. Sure. Yeah. This pad is cool as hell. Excellent. I hope you would. Your approval is most good to have. I thought you might be uninterested on account of me being boring and kind of sad. Aw, boring and sad kids are your favorite secret you tell Tavros? Wait, that sounds terrible. Ignore that. You mean you relish the opportunity to make people less sad? Oh, don't worry then, because I'm definitely sorrowful enough to satisfy. Also, I'm not great at talking either, so we have at least one point of failure in common. Damn. Why is he? Okay, second time I've been dragged by Tavros. Okay. Thanks? Tavros flashes you a thumb up and a wink. He wheels closer to you, and one of his scattered cards scrunches under a tread and gets stuck, necessitating a bit of finagling. You must admit, you're a little surprised by the wheelchair. Your experiences on Alternia would suggest that their culture is not very kind to the disabled. Oh, it very isn't. There is a long story behind the fact of me being like this. Kanaya says to not talk about it because it hurts my self-esteem. Oh, okay, that's fine. You turn your attention to some of his cards. Perhaps he can teach you. Well, if you insist, I will reveal to you my tragic backstory. Okay. I used to be a more of a hardcore gamer who would do the extreme role plays, and I had a friend, or I thought she was my friend, who I did flarp with. I wonder if MSPA reader's gonna go back on that whole Vriska did nothing wrong thing. Oh, you're familiar with flarp. You're a boy Skylark. Come to think of it, you've got a great flarp friend who he might love to meet. Well, I don't play anymore because this old friend of mine did a bad thing to me, resulting in a chain of revenge that was very tragical. Essentially, the story is that I was thrown off a cliff physically and became heavily injured, which resulted in my legs not working. Oh god, that sounds terrible. The culprit continues to hassle me sometimes in ways which are supposedly remorseful, but mostly continue to make me feel bad. For instance, trying to make me learn how to climb stairs. Remember that part? Hold on. Why was Vriska allowed to be his, is it the server player or the client player? I'm too tired. But like, whichever one, why was Vriska allowed to do that? Or fight better, or telling me I'm useless and awful because I can't. Although she also sent me this 4-wheeled device, which helps me to not be cold, so that's nice, I guess. Although maybe she wouldn't have done that if Kanaya didn't say so. I don't know, she's hard to understand. Sometimes very nice, and other times extremely not nice, and I can't figure out how she truly feels about me. Wow, this girl Tavros is talking about seems like a real piece of work. You sure are glad none of your friends are anything like that. Yeah, but maybe it's best not to think about her actually. Kanaya was right. Why don't I teach you how to play Tavros. Tavros freezes up instinctively. Oh no, that's her. The one who injured me. Oh no, your spine ices over. You You recognize I want to be watching Shark Boy and Lava Girl on Netflix. What? You recognize that telltale exaggerated call, but how can this be? How could your dear, sweet, precious friend Vriska have done such a horrible thing to— okay, yeah, no, this tracks. Maybe she did do one thing wrong. Shut up. Shut up. You were right before MSPA reader. But why? This isn't like the other kids she killed. Alternia's great, huh? Vriska. My poor, sweet, precious, beautiful, sweet Vriska. Yes. Correct. But why? This isn't like the other kids she killed. You know Vriska is violent and volatile. She had to be to survive. But to harass Tavros after the fact instead of just feeding him to her Lucis? It doesn't make sense. You feel sick to your stomach. Hey Tavros, you haven't been answering my messages. We need to talk. Her voice comes from outside the— Is she here? Hi Vriska. Her voice comes from outside the window as it moves around the perimeter of the house. You glance at Tavros' stricken face as you hear the sound of keys jingling in the lock. Fuck, she has the keys to his hive? Hello? Vriska? Ugh. So, Tavros groans and leans back in his chair. Vriska barges into the respite block and then freezes up. Oh. Hey. Hey, you say with an awkward wave. Vriska seems uncomfortable. I didn't know you knew this dork. It's a friendship in progress. Tavros has told you some things about their past together. Ugh. Of course he has. Okay, listen. I know it sounds bad, because it is, I get that, okay? Way back when, it was less than a sweep ago, I was part of a FLARP campaign that went way off the rails, and Tavros ended up getting thrown off a cliff. I still say this whole thing was Doc Scratch's fault. And not because he messed up Alternia. Like, obviously, this whole thing is his fault for that. But, like, no. Everything with Vriska and what she did to Tavros and then what happened after that, everything except the part where Vriska blinded Terezi was all Doc Scratch's fault. Anyway. Getting thrown off a cliff. Oh, by the way, Mercy, since I know you don't know this, and anybody else watching really who doesn't know, who doesn't know Homestuck. When they're saying he was thrown off a cliff, I don't know if they're gonna say it next, so I'm gonna say it now. What they mean is she mind controlled him into jumping off the cliff himself, taunting him, calling him Pupa Pan, as you can see, one of his favorite things. So that's what went down there. It was basically my fault. Doc Scratch's fault, but okay. But that's all in the past now. Things are better now. I hooked Tavros up with this sweet wheelchair and everything. It's not that sweet. Yes. Well, she made him yeet himself off the cliff. Shut up, Tavros. I'm talking about how terrible I feel about hurting you. God, this is just their whole... Tavros cringes, and you try to intercede on his behalf. Why is Vriska here? Alright. I'm here to extend an olive branch. A very monogamous... I swear I can speak. Very why can't I say the word? Magnanimously. So, if you ask me, Terezi and I are getting the band back together. Not for FLARP, obviously. That ship has sailed. But we're going to whip this planet into shape, and we need all the help we can get. You spent enough time moping around uselessly. It's time for some action. You're in, right? No? What do you mean, no? I mean, I don't really want to do anything exciting or dangerous like that. And especially because you're going to be involved, I don't think it would be good for me to also be. Correct. Oh, come on. Things are totally square between us, Tavros. We all got hurt. Besides, I'm just trying to help you live up to your potential. You could be somebody. You could finally start living up to your legacy. I don't want to be somebody, at least not your kind of somebody. Tough luck, Toreador. None of us get that choice. If nothing changes by the time your rites of maturation roll around, you're screwed. The drones will cull you in an instant. Vriska turns to you, her eye is wide, her fists trembling. Her frustrated glare barely conceals the desperation beneath. I mean, you agree with me, right? Choice time. Tavros needs to shape up. He needs us. It's time we put the past behind us and moved on. I'm just trying to help him. She leans closer. It's obvious she wants you to back her up. Oh. All right, cast your votes while I save the game. I really like how this whole route has become about Vriska already. Like, I kind of thought this would happen, but if y'all won't pick something right now, I'm going to close my eyes and pick one at random. Is that what we want? Okay. Watch the millisecond I close my eyes, like, urgent message. Anyway. Whichever one I'm closest to, if I'm not directly on one, will be the one I pick. Well, we're siding with Vriska. That was completely random. So you can't get mad at me. You can't resist her force of personality. When Vriska speaks, it just sounds right. You tell Tavros that he should accept Vriska's offer. Hell yeah! See, Tavros? My buddy here agrees. Let bygones be bygones. Tavros shrinks into his chair, small and sad. The two of you just stare at him as the awkward silence swirls like mist around you. Vriska clenches her fist and steps forward, but you quickly put a hand on her shoulder as she pauses. Ugh. Being around here is depressing, and someone doesn't want my help anyway. Whatever. Come on, MSPA reader. She remembers my name. I've had enough bull for one night. Let's go chill out somewhere less boring. Like, I don't know. An arcade? Maybe a movie theater? Haha, what do people without a license to take care of even do? You suggest to Vriska that you can find out together. She beams. Did this just become Vriska Route 2? Let's just go hang out with Vriska. Okay, bye, I guess. Tavros seems conflicted, as though he can't decide whether to be relieved that Vriska is leaving or upset that you're abandoning him. You don't really care, though! You're going to an arcade! Friendship +8. I just went to okay. With Vriska. Again! It'd be funny if there was more here for that. Okay. Let's side with Tavros and see what happens. Let's side with Tavros and see what happens. You take a step closer to Tavros and Vriska visibly deflates. Come on, MSPA reader. You can't seriously be on his side. Yes, you can be, and you are. You think you understand now. You see how Vriska took her suffering and bitterness and passed it along. You see how, under beastly tutelage, she learned to sink her fangs into her prey and tell herself she was doing it for their own good. In these two, you see the microcosm of Alternia, of hurt kids hurting kids, until finally the buck stops at the kindest or weakest among them. So no matter how much sympathy you have for her, you can't stand idly by and let Vriska continue this cycle of hurt. You tell Vriska to look at Tavros, really look at him, and ask herself if her help has done anything for him. Is this the kind of suffering that she and Terezi want to prevent? Isn't this the type of suffering that she and Terezi want to prevent? Right now, the best thing she can do for Tavros is to leave him alone. Leave him alone? You don't get it. None of you do. If I leave him alone, he's toast. Seriously, how have you not figured that out by now? You see what this planet is like. You think we can just flip a switch and fix everything over day? Because day is nightmare. He's a worthless loser living in a world that hates losers. And if that doesn't change, he's going to die a sad, pathetic death. And you and Kanaya and everyone else, you're just enabling him. When he croaks, it's gonna be on your head, not mine. So if you'd rather hang out with Tavros in some make-believe fairyland, oh, she's mad. That ain't don't make sense. She's mad. Oh, that ain't don't make sense either. Be my guest. But some of us are still going to be living here in the real world. You and Vriska spend a while staring at one another. All you can muster is a look of pity, which only seems to incense her further. Her face scrunches up, and then she goes steely and flat. Her voice is icily calm. You two have your fun. I'm out. Vriska slams the door shut as she leaves. Tavros exhales a long sigh of relief. Oh. 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 I got an 8. I got an emote for that. From that. Hey. Thanks, fam. Well, that went pretty well for an encounter with Vriska, all things considered. I mean, true. Just tell her we're at. Thank you for all the bits. Tell her we're at Vriska's house. Nope, wrong. Don't say those words. I already messed up. Tell her we're at Tavros's house and Vriska showed up. That's all she needs to know. Well, that went pretty well for an encounter with Vriska, all things considered. I only feel somewhat terrible about who I am. Slowly, gently, you place a comforting hand on Tavros's shoulder and tell him that he deserves a better than this. It's not his fault. Vriska is difficult. Yeah, Kanaya says that too. I sometimes almost believe her when she does. The room is silent except for a faint wriggling noise coming from some of the balls on Tavros's floor. You don't know what else to say. Would you, enjoy playing some Fight-A-Spawn with me, perhaps? As a manner of distraction? Oh, fuck yes, you tell him. Let's spawn some... Fidu? Fidusis? Yeah. I mean... I don't want to give those spoilers. Vriska showing up on this route was like inevitable. So I don't feel like it's spoilers. But I don't want... Let's not get her hopes up. Your FLARP experience inured you to Alternian game design, so you're only mildly nauseated when Tavros shows you how the physical version of Fight-A-Spawn works. Chitinous purple critters explode from gooey orbs and infest plushies before bursting out in the form of large monsters with more limbs than you're comfortable with. Also, you have a handful of cards which boost their attributes or allow you to interfere with your opponent's monsters. There's a lot to keep track of. Wait, I did not. Okay, there's a lot to keep track of here. Before too long, the room is full with chittering purple monstrosities and queasy-looking host plushies on the verge of birthing even more abominations. You are so lost. What? We's at Tavros's house and Vriska showed up. But you think you're winning? Your creatures appear to be doing a better job of preying on his host plushies and spawning more of themselves. You've got a meter in the corner that keeps going up while his goes down. That's good, right? You think it's good, at least where victory is concerned. But you are more concerned with the dejected look on Tavros's face. I mean, with Homestuck? Or like in general? He doesn't seem to be giving the game his all. You ask him if he's doing okay. No. Oh, okay. He just came out and said it. My fun has been stomached, I think, by my thoughts about Vriska. Oh, also, Ty, if you're listening to me, Tavros has dragged me twice, and I don't know how I feel about that. He wheels himself over to the window and looks despondently out. I used to like Vriska a lot, you know, and admire her for her many qualities that were good, such as being very confident or having skill at games. But now I just hate her, or feel like I should hate her, but instead do not feel those feelings. In their place, I feel very conflicted and bad about myself and wonder if there is something wrong that I can't feel as angry as I should, or make myself to become strong enough to talk to her properly about my feelings. It's just a big mess. You glance again at the posters lining Tavros's walls. Sprightly fairy girls with confident smiles, long messy hair, and blue color schemes. The resemblance to Vriska is uncanny, but superficial. She's never going to be the girl from his posters. That's just not who Vriska is. But for a sad, hurt boy who likes to dream, she must seem so painfully close. This is a problem too big for you to untangle right now. You need to redirect Tavros's thoughts. You close your eyes and ask your intuition, what should you do? Oh, which part? What can? Oh, we're gonna have him fly real quick, because that's what I would like to do right now. I don't know if that's gonna be like the smartest. I don't think so, because going by the amount of routes they're supposed to be. We should just be meeting, after the trolls are done, we should just be meeting the alphas, and that should be the end of the game. So let's help him fly. From the darkness, you reach into your muddled memories and catch a glint of glimmering gold. Y'all, we're remembering stuff about it. When you open your eyes, Pupa Pan stares back at you. Unlike him, you don't have special stardust, but you think you might have something better. You tell Tavros you'll be right back, sort of. The now familiar Prospecting spires greet you. You swoop through the shiny architecture until you find the towers that seem to house the dreaming children. Sure enough, Tavros' dream self can be found in one tower, nestled comfortably in a Recupercoon. You poke him on the cheek, no response. You give him a little shake, nothing. With a sigh, you rear back your hand and slap him hard. Tavros remains asleep. He's practically comatose. Why? This feels so off. Karkat is awake, and Tavros isn't, and something about that is just wrong. It's all wrong. You shut up. You shut up. I know you're legally allowed to say it, but don't. Do not. Cease and desist. But yeah, that is sad about Calliope. How can you help Tavros under these circumstances? Game says Vriska gave it to him, and I don't really remember. I don't think we ever found out in the comics. I don't remember it. But also, hello? Are we gonna talk about that? Tavros yawns as he rises blearily from his slumber and squints around. He crawls out of the Recupercoon and reaches over to the ramp beside it with an instinctual motion. I'm gonna make that happen again. Yeah. Yeah, you need to wake him up. Why won't he? His hands find no wheelchair and he tumbles over it and then quickly rises and realizes with a start that he's floating in midair. Whoa, what? Surprise! I believe in you. I believe in you. You inform Tavros that this is the mystical world of dreams, that is part of the game he was supposed to play one day, but now isn't going to. Maybe? Probably? You'll be honest, you still don't know exactly how this works. But you do know that this is a land where he can fly. That seems highly improbable that such a world would exist. Or especially that I would be allowed to enter it and fly freely around with no repercussions. It just seems like a thing that would never eventually happen to me, does it not? But it is happening, you tell him. You prove it by pinching his arm. He flinches. Why did you just assault me? It's a thing. Pinching is... Okay, this is a cultural misunderstanding, but the fact that he can feel pain should prove that this place is real, or at least as real as a magic dream world can be. I see. My arm does certainly hurt in a realistic manner, as well as my feelings due to the uncalled for attack from a friendly individual. Oh, for fuck's sake. You tell Tavros to stop worrying about that and start unworrying about how he can fly now. Oh, yeah! With unsteady movements, Tavros begins to circle his dream room. He holds his hands out as he sails around, floating upwards and then dipping down. He seems to get the hang of it quickly, and he does... Yeah. And as he does, his face cracks into a warm smile. Oh, whoa, this feels really amazing! At your invitation, Tavros follows you out the window and sees Prospect stretching around him. His eyes go all starry. Oh, I know that feel. What is I can't really explore all of this area. Wait, I said that was not the words. Can I really explore all of this area? He can, you tell him. Probably. Just don't go barging into anyone's houses. Hell, okay. Tavros does loops and twirls, pirouettes around spires, and weaves through throngs of frostbitten civilians. He hoots and hollers, the anxious crescendo in his voice nearly absent. The sound echoes among the golden towers and rebounds back to you, a cacophony of childlike exhilaration. Much like how Tavros can only... Much like how Tavros can only fly in this dream world. I am only tall in the dream world. You swoop alongside him, buoyed by his excitement, and the two of you begin to race each other around the planet. Oh! You run out of energy before Tavros does, but eventually he comes down from his high. He floats lazily beside you, upside down, his mohawk hanging down into his face. His eyes are locked on the sky and clouds as he's wearing a wide, oddly blank grin. What did you do? Oop, don't drop your phone now. Oh. Tavros is very good. Look at him. Look at him. Look at how much fun he's having. Also, he's mood. Also, he's dragged me twice already, and I don't know how I feel about that. His eyes are locked on the sky and clouds as he's wearing a wide, if oddly blank, grin. Hey. I want to thank you for doing this for me, allowing me to feel this freedom and joy. It really means a lot. You grin and give him a thumbs up. You're glad you could help. Yeah, me too. You glance up at the clouds. How long have you been out here? You figure it's probably time to head back to the real world. You tell him you'll teleport back and then wake him up. What? Oh no. Don't wake me up, please. I don't want to go back to that life, when I could spend my days here, forever feeling blissful and happy for once. You pause. That's not the response you were expecting, although you supposed you should have seen this coming. What about his friends? His responsibilities in the waking world? What happens when the drones come knocking? Well, those are some pertinent questions which I don't care about though. This is where I am happy and where I belong. That's what you wanted, right? To help me be happy? Right. Then your work here is done. He smiles at you, and you feel like you should smile back, but there's a hint of sadness behind his eyes that give you a pause. That give you pause. It's like he's waiting for you to charge and I can speak. I can read and I can speak. It's like he's waiting for you to take charge and tell him off for choosing escapism, waiting for you to make the hard decision he doesn't have the guts to make. But that's not the kind of person you are. If he'd rather spend most of his time asleep, that's good enough for you. Given the planet he lives on, you can't blame him. So you give him a little wave and vanish into the ether of canon. By the time he works up the nerve to say something, you're already gone. Well, so that ain't it. So let's stay grounded. From the darkness, you reach into your muddled memories and catch a glint of cold iron. When you open your eyes, Pupa Pan stares back at you. He would have you believe that faith is all it takes to fly, but you think Tavros could use something a little more material. You put a gentle hand on his shoulder and ask him what you can do to help him spread his wings. His metaphorical wings, that is. It's not like he could ever sprout real ones. The very thought is absurd. Yeah. Tavros sighs. I just wish I could live more independently, I guess. To take charge of my life and become less under Vriska's thumb. You think Tavros could use some better friends. Real friends. I do have some. Nepeta is very kind to me often. Gamzee and I like to throw down sick rhymes, and Kanaya tries to help me with Vriska. But there's not a lot they can do when we live far away. And as nice as my Lucis is, he is unable to help me with all my issues due to his small size limiting him to only moving and carrying small objects to me when I require them. The simple fact is that I didn't build my hive with the expectation of one day using a four-wheeled device to navigate it. Can Tavros move to a better hive? Could you help him with that? No. As a bronze, the stipend I receive is not enough to cover such things. Even this four-wheeled device, which is highly basic compared to some high blood models, would have cost me over a wipe's worth of saving. Few changes are available to me, economically speaking. So, I guess there is troll capitalism, but like, in I get, you know what, maybe they didn't have, because it was kind of hinted at that it's gotten worse, because like over in Friendsim, there was like, they had jobs, but at the same time, I remember it being made clear that like there was there was no troll, there wasn't really, like, they weren't necessary. Especially if I want to not alert drones to my unsuitedness for troll expectations. You see, if money is the issue, that's not something you can help him with, at least not directly. But you might know others who can. You tell Tavros that you're going to step out for a moment to fetch a mutual friend. Oh, hi! Pumpkin party at Tavros's house, huh? He seems briefly surprised when you return with Kanaya. You guess you don't blame him. This strikes you as a pretty rare pairing, conversationally speaking. Oh, Kanaya. It is nice to see you, in person, unexpectedly. Wow, my hive is terrible looking. Sorry, but hi. You look nice. Yes, I do. How are you faring? Has my advice regarding the construction of an imaginary friend helped aid your self-esteem? Well, I haven't really got to try it yet, so no, it hasn't, I guess. Kanaya suppresses a sigh. Her sprites are so very good. Okay. Well, let's get directly to business. I've brought some materials with which to renovate your hive. Oh. Please advise us as to how best redesign the place to suit your needs. Tavros' eyes water up and he sniffs, leaning forward in his chair. Really, you would do that for me? Despite it taking a large portion of time and effort, and presumably money as well? I don't really spend my stipend on much besides fabric. And I intend to twist Vriska's arm until she offers a portion of her flarping treasure to foot the bill too. And of course I'd do it for you. Any less would be a rejection of my helpful sensibilities. Kanaya says it with a neutral tone and a straight face, as if there's nothing remarkable about it, but Tavros nevertheless breaks into a grin. Wow, thanks. Okay, give me some time to develop ideas on how to properly jack this hive up and deliver the most utterly dope and pimped up changes. This is going to be so great. Oh! You give Tavros the requested time and then begin to work in earnest. You weren't sure what to expect, but the construction process proved smoother than anticipated. Kanaya brings a set of alien devices which she claims to have borrowed from a sea-dwelling friend of hers. One converts raw materials into a strange substance that reminds you of fruit gushers. Kanaya fells trees with her chainsaw and feeds them into the machine, and before long you have a trove of the gusher things. Okay. The other device expends the gushers to modify buildings. It has a holographic click and drag interface much like The Sims played in real life. You find this construction software to be incredibly handy and also eerily familiar? But honestly, you find everything eerily familiar these days. Yes, it's very convenient. Home construction has been an important part of troll culture for as long as history remembers. Yeah, Grist. Like, I don't remember... Because, okay, I know on, what is that? I guess if Earth in the epilogue is Earth C, I guess the alpha Earth is Earth B. I'm going to call it Earth B. On Earth B, they had a... Don't forget you're here forever. They had Betty Crocker had some Esper, like, not some Esper technology, but also she had like been in the game as the Black Queen. So it tracks how she got the technology to like sell it. Or at least I don't think she was selling it. I think it was supposed to be like, I think Jane had it and I think she thought it was just like secret stuff that they hadn't put out yet that she was supposed to be testing, I think. But she had some like grist. She couldn't make grist, but she had she could see the codes and stuff. And like what types of grist you needed. But that was there. I don't remember any of the trolls having that. So this is interesting. But I could be wrong, but I don't remember it. Most do not know why, although to me the reason is obvious. Preparation for the game, which we will now no longer be playing due to outside interference. Hi, I'm the outside interference. Wait, she knows about that? Yes. I figured out what was going on a day or two after you visited me, but I thought it prudent not to get particularly dramatic about it all. Yeah, but like they haven't played in this world, they haven't done that yet in this universe. So like no, they haven't. I think they have S-Grub, like it exists, but they definitely didn't enter. They haven't started the chain of events. I don't think anybody's playing the game, but they could. It's not like over on Earth, like they could. That was very thoughtful of her. Yeah. I try. Kanaya finishes feeding logs into the first device and begins to manipulate Tavros's hive with the other. Together, you are a clockwork team. Tavros provides directions, and Kanaya implements them with her stellar sense of design, and you provide moral support by standing around looking cute. Like, I guess, honestly, maybe she is just playing S-Grub right now. But I was thinking that she just had some technology from it, like how Jane just has some technology from it. Okay, yes. Nudge that shelf over to the left. Yeah, like that. Wait, actually, right. Further. Okay, no, go back. A bit more. That's almost good. Now make it a little tad higher. Yes, no, lower. There, right there, and yes, perfect, I think. Okay, actually, can you go back to where it first was? In the end, it takes until the next day to finish construction, which is actually great time. You were expecting to have to zap forward once or twice for the sake of narrative brevity, but with the Alternium build tools, Tavros' hive is swiftly renovated. It is far more spacious than it once was, with ramps and rails aplenty. Under Tavros' guidance, you widened the hallways, lowered counters, revamped bathrooms. It's like a brand new house. No, I haven't. I'm excited. I do know, okay, I know one thing that happens, and it might be the funniest joke in it. But other than that, I don't know anything about it. You don't have a ribbon to cut in celebration, so Tavros summons some bizarre Vitaspawn creature to shoot confetti all around the entrance to the hive. It's all gross and sticky, and you hate every second of it, but he's having fun. Aww. After that, Tavros spends a while just exploring the hive. He wheels himself through each block, awed by the ease with which he can navigate the space. By the time he returns to his respite block, his grin is radiant. You take it he likes the new place. Oh yes, this pad is now genuinely frigid. It makes me feel more confident, like the world is my bivalve jewel container. Like I could say to Vriska, fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. Biatch. Kanaya's face. Okay, I won't say that probably, but I could. Actually, maybe I will say that, as well as plenty of other deliriously rude things which long I have avoided saying. Okay, that's probably enough, you tell him. Kanaya is staring icily at him, but he doesn't seem to notice. You suggest that it's a good time to settle down. The sun's going to be rising pretty soon. I love her sprites so much. I really love this one. I love this one. I love the one where she's typing and the keys are flying off the keyboard. They're very good. Right. While we still have some moonlight, would you like to stay for a while, Kanaya, and play some games with us? Oh no, that's quite all right. I'm afraid I have duties to attend to at home. I left the dress in the oven. Kanaya blinks and carefully maintains her poise. It's made out of clay, you see. I'm getting experimental. Oh, that makes sense. Well, goodbye. She smiles at Tavros and shoots you a pointed glance. You take it as your cue to place a hand on her shoulder, concentrate on her hive, and send her back in a flash of light. Once she's gone, Tavros rolls up to you and nudges you in the hip. So, regarding Kanaya, this could perhaps be me misreading the situation, but when I reach deep inside and tap into the marvelous power of the self-esteems, it tells me that I'm very right and smart. Did you see the way that she was smiling at me? Almost in a way as to suggest amorous inclinations. Homie, I got some news for you. He waggles his eyebrows furiously in your direction. Oh jeez. You tell Tavros that's just, what friendship looks like. She's not his type. Trust me, you say. Drat. But, oh well. I think there's a saying about this, that the sea has many fish in it. Now that I am feeling better, I think perhaps I will one day go fishing for a quadrant or two. Well, it's a start. It's going to take some time for this kid to figure out what genuine self-esteem is like. But just like the frostbitten clouds part to reveal the brilliant sky and blue, you think Tavros is on the verge of feeling the sun. The moon? This metaphor will work better on Earth. Tavros can be more than what he is, and he doesn't need to change to do it. When he offers you a smile, there's a spark of compassion behind it that tells you he's already worth the world. All he ever needed was someone to believe in him. And money. He also needed money. So, would you like to perhaps celebrate, I can speak, I swear, celebratorily play a round up to his fight spawn with me? I am feeling much more prepared to enjoy a game, and perhaps think that this time I will proceed to crush you with my incredible might as a fight spawn breeder. Except, I mean that in a nice way. Like that of a friendly challenge. If you'll accept. The word friend in that sentence was all you needed to hear. Okay, but like Aradia's here, so what are you even saying? What are you even talking about? Also, I know that her name is literally her route is called, it's pronounced Aradia, and I'm losing my mind. Okay, I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna grab something to drink, and then Aradia time, and I'm going to continue to pronounce it Aradia. They can't make me stop. Mood. Yes. Hello. Aradia time. Wait, I should look at my chum roll. But yeah, I forgot. last time I did the Terezi route before they fixed the glitch. So she's not my friend and I need to do her route again. Alright, let's go. I'm mad I can hear that message. I'm mad I can hear that message. I hate you. I hate this. But yeah, look at the goddamn name of her route. I don't know why I did that. It is pronounced Aradia. Anyway, Aradia. What are you doing here? What are you doing on this awful planet? You walk, and you don't stop walking. You walk until the moons are high in the sky and the lights from the city all but fade away. You walk until you can't think about anything but walking anymore. Then you zap. Zap, 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 zap. Who cares? You just want out of here. What's happening to you? What are these thoughts? What are these half-remembered truths? Why do all your new friends seem so fresh but so familiar? You are lost inside yourself for what simultaneously feels like both a moment and an eternity. Yeah, that was very good. You stop walking and lay down. The grass feels cool in the back of your head and your eyes. Did I read that right? I guess. Oh, feel so heavy. Oh! I love her! I love her. Here she is. By the way, she was my look. Okay, Vriska's my fave, but Radio's my fave first. You know, like she was my fave, and then Vriska was introduced. I'm the fact that her mouth is literally a straight line right now. Troll Jesus Christ! Inches away from your face, someone who is bent over you and staring unblinkingly into your eyes. Nope. In a single panicked motion, you do a youthful sideways roll and spring to your feet. This doesn't seem to startle her at all. She doesn't move from her precariously balanced squat. She is just looking at you, observing you. Is she waiting for you to do something? After exactly 21 seconds of staring directly at you, she offers an entirely too toothy smile. Part of you suspects she just remembered that's what you do in these situations. She examines you with an obvious curiosity. My question is, wait, first of all, what happened to my tip jar? Give me a second. But also, shouldn't you be dead? Not to be rude, but shouldn't you be dead? Shouldn't your eyes be very not there? Yeah. You should be dead. Wait, what happened? Oh, she examines you with obvious curiosity. Not the worst decision. To nap among the remains of the deceased. Haha, what? can't. Was she always frowning? Alright, so let's back down a little. It's like I knew about this. I knew her theme. I knew James Roach has been going like every single theme. But like I knew about this. But at the same time, I didn't think it was this song. When I heard the song start, I assumed that there was going to be a point where the music changed to a different song that was Megalovania. I didn't think this was the how am I supposed to go on? How am I supposed to continue doing this? Anyway, was she always frowning, or did she, like, I really feel like she started frowning at me because I stopped, like, I don't remember her frowning when okay, she did. Okay. How am I supposed to concentrate? By the way, the song is called Yes, It Is. Yeah, it is. But yeah, this is Aradia and Vriska's song. I'm so happy. It belongs to both of them. But like, I honestly, people give it to Vriska so much. I feel like Aradia, yes, Aradia deserves this. With a sarcastic motion that suggests looking literally anywhere around you, she draws your attention to what appears to be some sort of dig site? You seem to have fallen asleep on a pile of bones. Her shirt is emblazoned with a dark red Aries symbol. Oh cool, another Zodiac kid. You must have said Aries out loud because she immediately corrects you. It is pronounced Aradia. Anyway, Aradia. Her face, I love these sprites. That makes sense. Although you've just met, you cannot fathom her name being pronounced any other way. Your new potential friend, Aradia, is looking a little, what's the polite and charming way of saying rough around the edges? Why do you have eyes? Not to be rude, but why are you alive? Her clothes are a bit shabby, but maybe that's just normal wear and tear when you've been hanging out in the dirt all day. What is she doing out here in the dirt anyway? I come out here to dig up the bone. Where did I get a the? I come out here to dig up bones. I love her. I really love these sprites. Oh, like archaeology? Oh yes, that too. I'm ignoring you. Listen to this song! And then, like, it's so, okay, don't make me, I feel like I don't even need to talk about how thematically this is just so, because, like, okay, she has to be dead, right? Like, I don't know why she has eyes. Maybe, but, like, she has to be dead. And just, like, this song, this version of the song thematically just fits with that, like, muted, dead, and gone version. You right? Of herself. And then the idea that, like, so the idea that we get this, and then in the comic when she goes god tier and comes back to life, and then it's just like the loud and powerful version of this song. Anyway, Bones are an important part of the life cycle. You often hear about the beauty of life, but I find that death is just as important and fascinating. The finality of death has a beauty to it. See, that's a good question. I really don't know what's going on here. Because, like, the fact that we got Tavros to wake up on his planet. Maybe, okay, you know what? Maybe it's because they technically can still play Esgrub, right? Like, their whole thing, like, they never even had physical copies of it anyway. There's nothing stopping them from just playing Esgrub. But, like, so maybe that's why they can still go to the planets and stuff. Like, to the moons when they sleep. Because over with the kids, they don't. Like, Jade doesn't go to Prospect anymore. And when we teleported there, we teleported to, like, the real one from the story. Because, like, Descent was happening. Or it used to. You want to ask what she means, but it must be written all over your face. She very quickly moves on. Remains can tell us a lot about their owner's life. How they lived. How they met their end. Is that not a little wonderful? Fossils represent a finality. A moment locked in time. It is the physical that remains while the spirit moves on. Everything that made them who they were is gone. When all is said and done, it's only the bones that survive to tell their tale. And in that way, death is a sort of perfection, don't you think? Look at her. Their violent end is a sort of peace. Nothing left but the bones. You've never thought about it that way. In fact, you suspect may have never thought about anything as much as this girl has thought about bones. Oh, bones are just one of my many interests. Oh, yeah, you too. Big bone fan over here. Ah. I see you are also a person of exquisite taste. Well, damn. Oh to you too. Your stomach growls a little bit. Just how long were you out here? I discovered your body several hours ago. She was just okay. Like, why are you alive? I thought you might be dead, so I was watching you to confirm my suspicions. She was watching what she thought was a dead body for several hours? Yes. On the outlook for early signs of decomposition, rot, rigor mortis, etc. Unfortunately, you are not completely dead. Aradia? Completely? Thank goodness for that. I guess. Wait, what does she mean completely? Yeah. There is a moment where her unbreaking, if not somewhat unsettling grin leans more towards normal. Well, okay. Someone might describe it as normal if maybe you've never seen anybody smile before. Like if you were passing someone in the hallway and they described what a smile was to you and you were like, no, I got this. Alas, you digress. You are like me. Am I? Yo, what if this is a dream bubble? I'm about to lose my mind if this is a dream bubble. The dead speak to you. That would be bad. That would be. I would. You would do well to pay attention. A mantle of doomed souls leashed to you. I wonder just how many times you have died. Died? Like, bereft of life? Like, cause see, that's a question that I'm having. Cause like, in the dream book, cause like, if she didn't know she was dead, her eyes could still be there. But she would know she was dead. Which is why, like, I know I said it myself, but I'm kind of like, on whether or not it is. But like, if it was a dream bubble and she didn't know she was dead, yeah, if she didn't know she was dead, when she realized she was dead, her eyes would change. She sits down beside you. She picks up some sort of rib or femur or pelvis or whatever and begins to idly draw in the dirt. Welcome to Homestuck. Before we were explaining quadrants in my Discord. It is a crude drawing of some sort of misshapen stick person. Unrelatable. Traditionally, yes, that is what dying means. But you are different. I can see the ghost of all your alternate iterations floating around you, trying to help you. Doomed timelines that have been purposefully erased from your consciousness. But you're the culmination of the choices you've made, fatal or otherwise. You've been forced to leave so much behind you. Your memories! Despite the fact that she seems very focused on her dirt art, you suddenly feel so seen. Someone doesn't want you to remember. But she looks at you and leans in close. Do you want to know a secret? I mean, I don't know why. Oh, I think we still have one more Tavros choice to see what happens. Don't let me forget that when I'm done with Aradia, because I never picked both of their sides. I'm gonna save this, even though like there's just one choice. I don't know why, but I still feel like saving it because I don't like something about this situation. Wait, did she just say ghosts? You're really not following. Sounds kind of fake if you're being honest. Ghosts? Yeah, okay. You've seen some weird shit on this planet, but you draw the line at ghosts. You best start believing in ghost stories! The spooky bit was kind of charming and cool at first, but this is borderline ridiculous. Oh. She almost looks hurt. Her tone turns hollow. How disappointing. Aradia rises and turns her back towards you. The night air feels cold, which it hadn't before now. Perhaps on behalf of the especially cold shoulder treatment you are getting right now. Little bumps form on your skin. I have misjudged you. I thought I could trust you, but maybe you are just like the rest. I'm okay with that. It does not bother me. She is floating several feet off the ground. Typically, this is your sign not to say, sounds like it kinda does bother you. I'm gonna give in to my need to feel like I know better than everyone. Yeah, we did both of these. But this one, I need to go back to this one. It sounds like it kinda does bother her. Sounds like she probably isn't okay. with it. She is silent for what seems like several minutes. Have your words reached her? Oh! When she turns to you, her eyes are white and her expression is blank. God, I love her. I love her. Her head tilts to the side as if she's looking at a curious bauble, her face unchanging. Nothing really bothers me anymore. Oh, Jesus. No thanks. This secret sucks. Time to fucking go. Sorry, you said ghosts were fake or whatever bullshit. Yes, maybe that would be best for both of us. I had some hope for you, but it looks like that was misplaced. There is a hollow disappointment in her voice. You've never been nagged by a ghost before. She raises a hand to you, her form silhouetted by the twin moons. There is a blissful moment when you feel suspended and still. Okay. Okay! Alright! Okay, hi! Aradia! Troll Jesus Christ! Alright, and yeah, she's staring obliquely into my eyes. Uh-huh. Yep. 21 seconds again. Yeah, this is the same. Aradia. Yeah, digging up bones, archaeology, telling me about how beautiful bones are. Yeah, I'm a bone fan. Found me several hours ago. Yeah. I remember, okay, it's been a minute since I looked at her. Yeah, it's been a minute since I looked at her other shirt. Like, I can think of what her skirt looks like with the tatters, and I can think of her shoes. I cannot for the life of me picture her shirt. Oh, like, you know, the very first couple times we see her in the story, and she was like always done in, like, I guess hero mode is what it's called. She was always done in that style, and I literally cannot picture her shirt. Yeah, my doomed selves are here. I feel seen. Okay. Alright, I feel like this is where it's gonna start changing, probably. Do you want to know a secret? This one! No, that was Damara, but like the kid version of her who lived with Doc Scratch, because that wasn't weird. I've never wanted anything more in my entire life. You have to admit that you're a little fascinated by this line of inquiry. You don your signature cool person facade and tell her that there is nothing in this godforsaken universe that will keep you from hearing that secret. You throw in that you are going to die if you do not find out immediately. Smooth as butter, baby. You don't know how relieved I am to hear that. Where's her quirk? Okay. Are you actually what? The way she speaks has shifted slightly. It sounds fuller, livelier. That's good? Yeah! Yeah! That was funny. There she is. Oh yes, I have been alive for some time. Ah! Now, all according to plan. When she says the word time, her eyebrows lift a little, as if cueing you in on a joke she seems to think you are completely familiar with. You give a polite chuckle. What a character. I'm so happy. Look at her! She beams, and there is a moment you forget that she was talking about ghosts and secrets. They can't find us here. We have made them very mad. I love her so much. Look, like, please look at her face. They can't find us here? Them? We've? Mad? Made? You don't ask for clarification on very. You're feeling pretty confident about that one. This is not the first time we have met. Though it is hard to say how long has passed since then. Time passes differently out here. So, whose route was that? That was Jade's route, right? Because I got teleported out to the Green Sun through Beck. I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. So it has been some time. Oh, maybe I'm in a dream bubble or something. And that's how I'm talking to this one. Hey, apropos of nothing, and far be it from you to comment on someone's appearance, but why does she look so much older? Why is she wearing the Magic Team pajamas like John in them? MSP reader, do you know about those Magic Team pajamas? How does she manage to do her makeup so well and just not brush her hair at all? You know, with curls, the issue might actually be over brushing. You don't want to brag, but you happen to have an encyclopedic knowledge of hair care products. Has she considered switching to a sulfate-free shampoo? God, you wish you had her hair. You had hair? Yes! But shouldn't remember that. But there's a lot of things we shouldn't remember. Because that shouldn't have been... That's not the main route. But that's probably is exactly what we're remembering in this instance, is that happening. But that wouldn't be the first time we've remembered something from a route that we shouldn't. Wow, you ask a lot of questions, but I guess that's natural. Right now, we are outside the canonical relevance. Yeah. Thank you, MSPA reader. Thank you, MSPA reader, though. I'm not here for the epilogues again. I don't need it. You're gonna have to stop it right there. You have had enough of canon and relevancy and what it means and what it is or isn't. Do people never tire of sniffing your own farts about canonical impact? Oh, wow, rude. She's very, look at these good sprites! Yeah, you're rude now. Fuck the narrative. Yeah, MSPA reader! Absolutely phenomenal, and I could not agree more. Yeah. Like I was trying to explain, out here even the powers that be can't hear us. How much you want to bet the they is both Doc Scratch and Dirk? If you don't... Why don't I listen to this very nice cover of Megalovania and then I'll calm down. Shut up! I hate you! I hate all of this! Please! Please, 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 just let me forget that that happened. Please let me forget that that happened. This is a very good sprite. Like I was trying to explain, yeah, the powers, that's what I was saying. I was saying how much you want to bet the powers that be are Doc Scratch and Dirk, who are probably both not happy about what we're doing. I must say, I'm a big fan of your work. I bet you are. Oh, I love you. I have seen quite a few Doom timelines before, but nothing like this. You're something they had no contingency plans for, and Paradox Space is practically falling apart at the seams. This timeline has been peppered with inconsistencies and clues. Things here and there that cannot exist yet. Events that occur too early. I figured you were doing it on purpose, so I thought I'd get your attention. But you are a little broken, aren't you? She looks disappointed as she says this. You don't know why she would want your attention, but she has it. Basically. But also she's living for it. She's living for it. And so am I. It is not only your attention I want. The power is shifting and the ones pulling the strings are distracted with their own meaningless problems. You really can't remember anything, can you? You tell her you remember some things that you can't explain. Names of things, hints of the past, whispers of ghosts. Wait, how does she know this? I mean, yeah. Why do y'all keep making me think about things that I hate? Yes, they have been whispering to you quite loudly. They are the fractured remnants of your departed selves. And they have been trying to help you get here at this exact moment. You ask where and when here is exactly. Why? As you look around, the scenery seems to shift. Sometimes you're inside, sometimes you're outside, sometimes you're in all places at once. So yeah, a dream bubble. You swear you see some shadow of your friends here and there, but in places they don't really belong. Why would Rose be in Kanaya's hive? Do they know each other? You want to know what is going on and why it is so important that you are here. I'm the fact that you had to immediately apologize for that. No, desist. Wherever here is. I asked an old friend's ghost to tell an ancient space squid to burp up a place for us to meet. As one does, sure. Think of it as a liminal space made of the same thing memories are made of. I have spent a lot of time in the furthest ring and in these bubbles and trying to figure out how they work. So I have some ideas. But I don't think the ones who conceived them even really know exactly. What matters is the specific path you took to get here. Please don't tell me my choices mattered. Oh, you already know. It took you many tries, but you made it. You get the feeling the more this is spelled out, the less sense it will make. Kinda kills the magic. Yes, that is probably true of most things. Instead of explaining it to you, it was easier to just rewind things and have you try again. You're almost too embarrassed to ask how many times it took you to get it right. She puts her hand on your shoulder and just shakes her head. Oh. Big! I mean, because she's like... I like the idea that, because based on like how big the adult trolls are, is that the trolls, like all the ones we know, we get. Oh, and also, yeah, that is true. MSPA reader is like short, but all the trolls we know would get taller. The important thing is you made it. You know what would be funny? Like, I haven't been looking for it, and I doubt they did this, but imagine if in some of the backgrounds, you could see MSPA reader's arm, you know, like John's arm. Mood. I tried so many things to get you here. One time I pretended to be a ghost. She affects a spooky tone, sort of waving her fingers around. Since accidentally entering the medium, your particular class and aspect combination have given you knowledge and foresight you shouldn't have. What's MSPA reader's class spect? But here, where the connection to every version of yourself is strongest, we can do a little housekeeping. She's very cute. She reaches her hand out to yours. Oh fuck, is this it? Are you finally making a friend and all it took was an infinite number of tries? I'm gonna lose my mind if that's it. You take her hand and she smiles at you. And then everything goes off the shits. Something flies into you. Oh fuck, was that a ghost? You can see them. Oh fuck, it has your face. She did say my dead selves were trying to help me. This is the song. This is a version of I don't know what the song was called, but the theme. Oh, there it is. This just is the title screen theme from Friendsim. Is that my theme? Is that MSPA Reader's theme? There are so many of them. Look at all my friends. One by one they slam into you. The entirety of their lives and each of their deaths play out before you in real time. Oh, real time. No! Imagine being MSPA reader. That was a lot of time. It took me like, what? I think like 5 different 6-hour spans to get through all the routes. And I didn't even do everybody's routes because I was trying to get through that game as fast as possible so I could play this one. So I didn't, like, if I got to somebody's good end, I didn't go back if I missed a route. Aradia clutches your hand and begins to laugh in a way that makes you start to think maybe this wasn't a great idea. But you remember all of them. As the last doomed version of yourself is absorbed into your body, you collapse out of both physical and mental exhaustion. You are back in the dirt, back in the bone pile. You just sort of turn over and lay there for a second. Don't make me. I was literally just thinking that, the ultimate self thing, but also don't make me think that it's my ultimate self. This ain't gonna work. I was gonna say like I was gonna go back and you tell me who you mean. I'm not sure who you're talking. Wait, pink robe. Oh, it's so much faster. Are you talking about oh, yes, Stelsa. She's cool. Her route was fun, but she like doesn't want to do you want me to tell you? Oh my god, Malik, Tizius, Boulder, oh little diamond, zebra, okay, maybe not that guy. Mood. She was, I forget which quadrant, but she was in some type of quadrant with was in some type of quadrant with Tizius. Who you remember, like the one, she was the one who the teal blood who really wanted to change society, but Stelsa was like all for society, and she really did not like she felt like Tizius was going to get in trouble and she just wanted to help her and stop her. Oh no, that would suck. Literally her only route, I'm hoping it's for what we already talked about, because her only warning, these warnings were very they tracked. The warnings for Tavros were ableism and abuse, yeah, that tracks, and for her, discussion of death, that tracks. But there is still a gap. Why are you here? You look down at the hoodie Malik gave you. Didn't Karkat's friend say nobody had used this symbol for a long time? Oh yeah. Oh. Hey. Oh no, wait. I am afraid I don't know exactly. My abilities have allowed me to tidy up your timelines that have happened in a sort of tentative canon. You roll your eyes. She ignores you and continues. MSPA reader hears canon again, just like, ugh. So whatever happened to you outside of the narrative is beyond my capacity as a guide of the deceased. But I know a way we can find out. See, I have a headcanon that almost makes sense. It's not that long ago, cause yeah, like you said, and but also, I was thinking that when it comes to Alternia, there might be a time difference. You know what I mean? Cause like they're like, it seems like they're way in the past. Because think about it. There's a whole other heir, Triza. So like, so that has to be way in the past. And what was I gonna say about them? Oh, I hope. Okay, now in Homestuck canon, Aradia found Esgrub. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it sent them through space for sure, but it never, like, it wasn't confirmed that it sent them through time. But I'm assuming that it did. But what I want, so yeah, exactly. To see, and what I'm about to say, they're all okay. Yes, even Zebra, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure Aradia finds Esgrub in some type of tomb, and it's assumed that she found it, like that Esgrub copy came from their session, like on a meteor. But what? Why? What if that was that timeline, unfortunately, wasn't the canon one. It wasn't the true one, because in that timeline, time and space fell apart. God, I wish that was the true one. Don't. But yeah, what if all the friend sim trolls played Esgrub together? Because that's literally the only way they could still be alive right now, I think. Well, I guess some of them could still be alive. They're just out there fighting war. So that's the only way they can be still alive and also not at war. Stop. But yeah, so that's, until it's proven wrong, that's what I'm going to believe, that the copy of Esgrub that they find and then turn into the Esgrub they play came from... See, that's the thing. I feel like she was just using Esgrub, which would be interesting, because if she did, that would mean that they everyone, they just conquer, you know? They go places and they make war and take over planets. So that's what I was saying about Kanaya. I think she, okay, if she just straight up is playing Esgrub, that's really interesting, because that means they changed the order. Because that would make her, I forget which one it is, server or client. So I'm going to say server because I think it's server. That would make her Tavros' server client. Server player, instead of Vriska being Tavros' server player. Which is interesting, if that's what happened. But I was thinking also, it could be Jane had some technology that was based on Esburb stuff. That the Condis Betty Crocker brand made. So maybe this is just stuff like that. But yeah, I don't usually remember which trolls like server and client, but I remember them because I specifically remember that part where Vriska builds Tavros the stairs. So yeah, if that was just straight up Esgrub, they've changed the order. But it could, like I said, it could also be something like with Jane, and maybe it's just technology that they somehow have from Esgrub, which would still be weird. But like, I don't know, Jane didn't have that much technology, so that might have just been Esgrub. And also, they can, as far as I know, they can just play Esgrub whenever, because they never even had physical copies of it. It was just a file that oh my bean. Yeah, they didn't have physical copies of the game. Solix sent everybody the game digitally, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. so they could still play. That's why I was saying before about Prospect. That might be why Tavros could wake up on Prospect, because they can still play if they wanted to. Because like Jade can't, she doesn't, was it just she doesn't go to Prospect anymore, right? Or was it just that she doesn't see visions there anymore? I think she just doesn't go anymore. Okay. Enough speculation for this second. Let's play again. But I know a way we can find out. It is why I brought you here, to give you back your memories. Yeah. Like the meteors are timed to when you start the game. It's probably some type of causality thing. Like, okay, this is the moment you're playing it. So this is the moment Skya sends all the meteors to. But they didn't place any they haven't placed the crux shooter, probably because they didn't really mention using any they didn't mention totem lathes, which is another thing that leads me to believe maybe it's just some technology, like how Jane had some technology. It is why I brought you here, to give you back your memories. God, you miss just fucking around. God, you miss just fucking around about hot dogs. I can speak. You wonder what your friends are up to now. You think maybe you should check on them. She looks you in the eyes, and you stop rolling them for 2 seconds. Aren't you... Aradia. Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you just want to go ape shit? She said the thing! You know what? I was about to say, so this and that moment in Dave's route where you say, damn bro, you live like this? I was gonna say those are the best moments. James Roach wrote both of these routes. Hey, James Roach. I have water right here, y'all. God, look at her. Are we gonna meet my punk rock alien daughter at the mall? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the right one. But we're gonna go meet up. I can never remember her name, but I love her. So there I was. I highly doubt I need that again, but you know what? Just in case. We're gonna go meet my punk. I can't think of her name. Hopefully we see her. Peace, I gotta go meet my punk rock daughter whose name I can't remember. Oh my god, you're friends? You have to go back. You look at Aradia. This is awkward. You actually have a prior engagement. Actually, this could work. You extend your hand in the universal come with me gesture. You try to focus on anyone. The comforting chaos of Ardada's house. The burnt out mall where you promised Daraya, that's her name. You take her with you. Yes, it's all coming back to you. You're so glad you have an encyclopedic knowledge of that whole adventure before continuing. You zap both of you onwards. Stop T-posing at me. You're in the fucking hallway. There's that T-posing turd. Aradia goes wide-eyed. No. Not this time. Eat my whole ass, you nobodies. You conjure the strongest memory you can. Oh my god. You sniffed Marvis's armpit. The shame you are feeling sends you reeling. This is it, you guess. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's okay. You what? I gotta go. But nothing is here. But nobody came. You float listlessly in a black void. Why isn't anything here? Where is everyone? You refocus. Maybe that was just a bad point to remember. It's because they're not programmed into this game. You pull the strings of your hoodie tight, letting its warmth cover you like a dear friend's embrace. That was... that stuff happens... Does that stuff happen on the timeline where you break time? I don't think it does. Because I wanted to joke that we've ended up in that timeline. Letting its warmth cover you like a dear friend's embrace. Surely you have spent enough time with Malik's jacket to have formed some sort of secret bond with the memory of him. This will be enough. It needs to be enough. You disappear and reappear in the same spot. You phase in and out over and over and nothing happens. Aradia watches you, but seems to be giving you space to process this. Yeah. It isn't enough. It was never enough. They're gone. You go limp and just drift for a while. You hear the sad song of some sort of... I don't know if you have headphones on, but if you do have headphones on, this is an experience. No. I'm believing it. What I believe is, it's because they're not in this game. Doesn't mean they don't exist anymore. They're just not in this game. They're too busy being in High Swap Act 2. You go limp and just drift for a while. You hear the sad song of some sort of cosmic entity. Its low tones reverberate your entire body, filling you with the sorrow you didn't know you were capable of feeling. Are we about to go grimdark? Are we about to go grimdark? An impossibly long tendril appears from the void and slowly makes its way towards you. It gently wraps itself around you. You don't even bother to question it at this point. Wow. On a scale of 1 to 10, how shaken is your faith? Don't we just want to go apeshit? Why aren't they here, Aradia? Where is everything? I don't know, but I'm here. Do you want to vibe out with... Do you just want to vibe out with this space monster for a little while? I kind of do. Yeah, okay, you guess. I do not know where your friends are or why there isn't anything here. And I'm afraid you may not find these answers until you confront the puppet master. Man, which one? Which one? But, isn't that fine? Friends and grudges, life and death, existence and nothingness? Good question. Good question, because he was there. He was there though, like he was there when we went to the Green Sun. Maybe it's because we're not allowed to see him yet, like we weren't allowed to see Nepeta. Isn't it all the same in the end? The only if this is about the bones, you're going to lose your mind. She smiles. Well, I can confidently say it was not about bones. You can't help but laugh a little bit. Do you want to try again? I know there is a different way this goes, but I still wanted to see what you would do. You won't remember anything. Not even our friend here. You think about it for a little bit. The tentacle sort of pats you in the face. Is it trying to comfort you? Yeah. But no, like even in this game, we saw him when we the time we saw Aradia. Well, we didn't see them, but they talked about us. We didn't talk to them, but they talked about us. It was presumably the Aradia and Solix that were waiting for Rose and Dave at the Green Sun, because we teleported to the Green Sun. And that's why she said a lot of time has passed from that moment. Eventually you know that's what has to happen. She will rewind you and tidy up the mess you've made by coming out here. There is a path you need to follow, and you keep trying to cheat it. You ask her to let you sit here for a little bit longer. You don't want to forget just yet. Okay. Oh, okay. We're just listening to the whispers of the horror terrors and just chilling. Okay. I did not click anything, by the way. Last time I clicked, I think. But it was like, nah, you've waited too long. Yes. I'm pretty sure we can skip until, yeah, don't we just want to go apeshit? We want to see this whole place break apart. You think about it for a little bit. You've been gone for so long, and you can go back whenever you want, right? You gotta focus on the friends in the here and now. You know what? Yeah, let's trash this place. You stand up and kick over a small pile of bones. No, my bones. You did ask me if I wanted to go apeshit. Oh, oops, sorry. She kneels down next to the carnage and just stares for a little bit. Shit, she looks completely devastated. It is actually kind of hard to watch. You turn away. Aw, biscuits. This is no way to canonize a friendship with the time god. What were you thinking? You're just too damn good at kicking over small piles of shit. Curse these powerful legs. Marvis wouldn't do something like this. That guy was cool as hell. Aradia begins to laugh in a way someone less eager for friendship might describe as a cackle. Look. She has arranged the bones into an outlandish, if not slightly vulgar configuration. For once, I really am okay with this. I was just lying to you for comedic effect. It's okay, you can laugh. Try it with me, say ha. Ha. Now say it again. Ha. There you go. I meant apeshit more in the largest sense. I don't think any of them care about bones. Their loss. If you really want to see things fall apart, I can lead you to where you need to be. Now, Aradia. You don't know who they are, and you don't give a single solitary shit. Fuck this place. Fuck whoever took your memories. Let's go absolutely buck wild in this piece. You kick some dirt and don't even care. Oh. Well, we got home, smell you later. Aradia produces a series of abstractions from thin air, some sort of giant Ouija board. The lens spells out sickle, but in Alternian, which you still don't understand why you can read, but you know what? Not the weirdest shit happening right now. Cardcast's rambunctiously colored sickle appears midair. She hands it to you and excitedly takes your other hand. Let's go. Oh. Over the next few hours, you teleport around both Alternia and Earth, dropping a bunch of seemingly random objects in nonsense places, being careful not to be seen. You change a gift itinerary in John's dad's PDA. You sign the kids up for cell phone plans. Are you just doing chores? This really feels more like running errands than breaking anything. Trust me, they are going to notice, and oh, I bet they are gonna be so steamed. Aradia said, "You're fucking up time, but we can fuck up time better." You personally guarantee nobody in their right mind will care about any of this, but the moment the words leave your mouth, something in the distance cracks. You don't see it, you don't hear it, you feel it. You zap to the next location. You steal Vriska's lipstick and there it is again, a crack. You almost can't believe it. The stupid plan is working. You guess the devil really is in the details. Next to you, Aradia looks absolutely thrilled. I can speak, I swear. I swear. Subtle changes in the timeline can have big repercussions, but nothing like this. They usually just create a doomed offshoot, but this is a whole doomed reality. Do you know what this means? You tell her that you totally do know what it means, but just in case she doesn't know, she should explain it for herself. If you just keep up whatever it is you've been doing, this whole place is going to come down. Aradia lifts an air conditioning unit and throws it into the stratosphere with her mind. Wow, that's fucked up. She sits on the edge of the roof, overlooking the city. Thank you. This was fun. What? A faint crack forms in the sky. The curtains of space and time pull back to reveal a nothingness that does not really make you feel as whole as you had hoped. But there's still a bit for you to do. You still have a few more friends to make. What? That's it? You put a crack in reality and then just go back to spending time with some teens? Yeah. Oh! Oh! Why is the Homestuck Houston sky so fucked up? Yeah. Aren't you also sort of a teen? You explained that it was never really clear, actually. Well, the answers you want are at the end of your path. The only way to find them is to get them to come to you. And they will. It will all make sense then. You wish that were true. You sit next to her, your legs dangling over the edge of the molding. Huh. Before your eyes, the crack in the sky appears to be sewn shut, almost as quickly as it appeared. She was right. Something is happening. It would be so funny if Dave showed up. Remember during Carcat's route where Dave was like, oh, you showed up here. You're in my house, so this route's about me now for a hot second. Ah. Nah, I get that confused too, but I'm pretty sure Dave's Houston. Which is funny, because I'm pretty sure that means, even though, like, you know, it's completely fucked up Houston, I'm pretty sure that means that Dirk lives in Houston. But then, like, there's that song, Austin, Atlantis. The two of you sit in each other's company for what feels like both a moment and an eternity. Good end, you guess? We didn't even get... Hello? We didn't even get whatever this is. No, hold on real quick. I think maybe it's because I didn't click. Because that has to be this, right? Oh, okay. Don't do that, huh? Don't skip, because it will make the rewinding thing happen. has got to be what that ending is. Okay, so I physically clicked that time. Maybe, that did it? What do you mean this is different? I'm gonna lose my mind. What is this? What is this? Oh. Was that always there? I did, but it was before they fixed that glitch. Her route had a glitch when it first came out, where if you finished it, you just didn't get her friendship. And I was just thinking maybe that's what's going on with this Aradia thing, but it's been like a whole day, and they fixed the Terezi one pretty fast. So if that was a problem, they probably would have fixed it by now. So what on earth is this extra Aradia route? But yeah, I'm gonna do her route again when I'm not streaming to get the thing in the chum roll again. But yeah, you just couldn't get this. How do I get this ending? Oh, I see. I didn't actually do this. Because when it rewound to a previous choice. Okay, this probably is where it is. Oh yeah, we experimented with a lot of names. Yeah, the one where she pushes you into the water. She does it for Terezi and Red Glare, Aradia. Yeah. She does it for Aradia. She does it for I know her name. Can't think of it right now. I said it earlier. Damara. She does it for yeah, Doc Scratch. I feel like she did it for somebody else, but maybe not. Maybe it was just we did so many variations of those characters. Okay, let's keep my mouth shut for once. You keep quiet. Now is not the time for your incredible insights. The restraint you have shown here will surely be rewarded. She turns to you slowly, dangling somewhat limply in the air. This act was for your benefit, but to proceed any further is pointless. Her eyes are white. Her face is unreadable. Oh my god, ghosts are real too? Alternia is fucked up. Boo. Oh Jesus, no thanks. The secret sucks, yeah. Sorry you said ghosts were fake. Guess maybe that would be best for both of us. I had some hope for you, but it looks like that, yeah, we've seen this before. Never been negged by a ghost before. So then it rewinds. It died. That wasn't it! I'm gonna lose my mind! How do you get it? Maybe I need to get to the end with it now. I wonder what happens if I do this again. Will she be mad at me? Wait, did she just say ghosts? Yeah, we're ridiculous. We said these. Yeah, and then she does this. And then let's keep my mouth shut again. Does that have any effect? Game? Does that have any effect? No. Alright then. Never wanted anything more in my life. Like, this will just rewind, right? Yep. And this will end the game. Hello? I'm just gonna Google this. What volume is this? Eight. Somebody please. Yeah, wait, you're right. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Okay, apparently you just have to. Okay. Okay. I think you just have to get the first bad end over and over again. Did you just say ghosts? I think technically this is the first bad end. Did you just say ghosts? Yes. But that's not, if you're talking, that's me. That's me stream. Good night. I'll let you know if I figure this out. Oh. You said, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on. You're really bad at taking hits. I would do that again because I want to see exactly what she said. I saw the very end of it. Yes, given. Did you just say ghosts? It's given. And now this time, I think is the time she does it, right? I draw the line at ghosts. This is where, yeah. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, lol. Okay, but yes. I have a Tavros thing to do. I have to not take a side and see what happens because I didn't do that. What do you think you are, a centrist? Wait, who do you... This is a choice-driven narrative game, and that obviously means having to choose between two equally unsatisfying, mutually incompatible options which will forever alienate you from the side you did not pick. Try again. Oh. Understood. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. All right. Well, we've done this. And like I said, I have to do this. I have to give Terezi's thing back. But okay, thanks for watching. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow, but if I am going to stream tomorrow, I will post about it on my Discord. So if I don't stream tomorrow, the next time I stream will be Monday. Let me see something. Okay. Yes. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna think about this route and what it means. A beginner's guide to destroying Paradox Space. But okay. Yes. Thank you for watching. Bye.